very interactive. Feel free to ask your questions and Kate will let me know because I'm going to be looking at Canva pretty hard. So let me share my screen quickly. And before I share my screen, I should probably start by saying, I'm sure everybody knows or has heard of Canva. It's a website or an app that you can use on your phone or tablet. Um, and it's really an amazing app. There is a free version, there is a paid version. I want to say that the paid version is probably around $15 a month, and it is worth every penny because you can do so many things in Canva, but also Canva syndicates to other resources. So you might use other websites for your business that can sync with Canva and just make that process easier for you. But we're just going to be going over the basics today, which is how to customize your personal canvas so that it fits your brand and your aesthetic, how to customize the templates within Canva that's already provided for you, and how to keep everything organized. Canva can get wild and you can open a template and then it automatically saves, and then you have all these templates and you go in there looking for something specific and it can get a little overwhelming. So let me screen share. Okay. Um, okay, can you guys see my screen? Okay, I see thumbs up. Sweet. All right, so we're gonna go, when you enter Canva, it's gonna take you to a dashboard and it'll look something like this. I think my computer's lagging a little bit. Can you guys hear me okay? It's lagging a little bit on my end.
Yeah, we can hear you. Your
Okay,
computer
awesome.
is still loading.
Okay. Mm. Okay, you guys, it's hopefully gonna pop up soon. And if not, what I can do is kind of guide you through the website just using my phone. So hold on 1 second. Let's see. Okay, it's loading a little bit, but in case it doesn't, okay, so this is what your dashboard's going to look like. Okay. And let me X out of this. Okay, so on the left-hand side, you're gonna have these different tabs, right? So your home, which is your dashboard, what you're looking at now, your projects and templates created by other creators in Canva, and your brand, which is what we're gonna be playing with today. And as you can see, customizing your brand within Canva is a pro feature. So it is something that you are able to do if you pay for Canva. So I'm going to click brand so you can see what it looks like. And one of the really cool things about Canva is that you can create multiple brands. So let's say you have um, a team. You can have your team's branding in one folder, and then you can have your personal branding in another folder. Or let's say you have another business. Let's say you do property management as well. You can have your property management information stored in one area and then your real estate information stored in another area. So I have my marketing business stored here and then my brand kit for my real estate. And we'll go into my real estate and I'll show you what that looks like. So right here, you can upload your logo, right? So you'll just hit add new and it'll give you the option to add your logo. So here are some logos that I have used in the past. And whenever you're gonna add something to your brand kit, you're just gonna hit the tab that says add new. Here's another section that you can customize for your brand. It's your colors, right? So you're gonna add the colors that you want. It's not. And one of the cool things too that you can do is, let's see, you can, okay, I'm gonna look at the screen for a second here. Okay. Now, does everybody have their like color wheel for their brand? Yeah, okay. Let's say you were like maybe rebranding and you didn't know what colors you wanted. One thing I like to do is I like to go to Google and I like to type in color palette. And then I like to go over to images and I love this because let's say you have a specific type of yellow or pink or orange that you want for your brand and you don't see it popping up or yeah, auto-populating from Canva, you can go in here and you can get the color code for the specific color you want. So it's the right orange, the right yellow, the right green, whatever it is. Okay, does everybody see this color palette, the black, the orange, yellow? Okay, do you see the numbers and letters in the back here? On the bottom? Okay, so you'll take those numbers and those letters and you will add it to let me close this out. You'll add it right here, add new color, right? Do you see the color, the code right here, the 6BB5? Okay, so that gives you this specific blue right here. Okay, so do you see at the bottom of every circle, each color has its own individual code? Um, so that's one feature that I really like, and it just makes it easier. And let's say you pick the wrong color, you'll just go back in here and hit delete color, delete color. Um, and then your fonts, right? So I don't know how many fonts you use. Some people say, you know, you should stick to maybe 3 or 2, so it's not overwhelming. It doesn't look cluttered. It looks clean and consistent. So you can pick what you want for your subtitle, your heading. And honestly, I don't really feel like it makes a difference in which slot you pick. I am certainly not going to use 7 or 6 different fonts. I typically bounce around from 3. Another thing you can customize is your slogan, right? So whatever your slogan is, you can add it there. And then your brand voice. So Canva has really took on all of the AI features because, you know, let's be real, if these sites aren't integrating with AI, a lot of people are probably going to opt for resources that do utilize AI to make it easier. So what is your brand voice, right? You can add that in there. And then your photos, let's say you just had a photo shoot, you can upload your photos here. Um, and then icons is pretty much your logo, but the icon of your logo. And I'll put everything just up here, but it's subjective. You can pretty much do what you want. And that's how you are going to customize your Canva brand, right? And so let me click out of this specific one and I'll take you into the marketing one so you can kind of see how nothing overlap. So like these are just the logos that I use for marketing. You don't see the real estate ones in there. Here are the colors that I use. They don't cross or anything like that. The fonts that I use, everything is just separated, which I love that. Um, we're gonna go back to, and does anybody have any questions on customizing? I should look. Nope. Okay, cool. We're gonna go back into Canva. And we're going to talk about templates. So there's so many things that you can do with Canva. You can do like a Google Sheet type document or a Google Doc type, a whiteboard, which I like to use for masterminding or brain dumps for projects. presentations, which I really love, social media, whether it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And another cool thing is that you can actually edit your Instagram reels or TikTok videos in Canva, which is really nice. If you could have everything under one app instead of having like different editing apps like Canva and CapCut and edits from Instagram. All those types of apps can kind of feel overwhelming. So that's one cool thing about Canva is it really could be a one-stop shop for you.
How did you get to this page again?
This is just your Canva dashboard, and my dashboard may look different than some of yours. It really depends on how you have it in your settings.
Or maybe also if it's paid service or free.
I don't think so. So here, let's see. I think it goes by this. Yeah, so see now it looks like this, right? So you kind of have a larger picture of what project you're working on.
Uh-huh.
So let's talk about templates, right? Let's say we're going to do a presentation. Let's say you are meeting with a seller and you want to customize your listing presentation to fit their niche property. You can go into Canva, type in presentation, and once you customize your dashboard, look at how easy it is to kind of fill in what Canva has already created, the templates that it already created. So we're going to type in design and we're going to hit real estate, right? Now, if you had a charity event for, that your business was sponsoring, you can type in charity event. If you were teaching a class to first-time home buyers, you can type in first-time home buying program or class, and it's going to auto-populate all of these different types of templates to make it easier. It's going to give you their library, and so you're not sifting through all of their templates. So I'm just going to type in real estate since I hit presentations. And so here's a real estate presentation. Here are different templates that have been created already by other creators in Canva. And if you want like a dark and moody one, you could do real estate dark. And so now it gives you like darker templates, right? So it makes it easier for you. Now let's say we're going to go with this one right here, right? It's going to show you all 10 pages in the presentation. And then it's going to offer more templates that are similar to that one, it says, right? I'd say it's a hit or a miss there. But we're going to hit apply all 10 pages. And so now you're going to see that the presentation has popped up and here are the templates at the bottom, right? Now, once you customize your Canva, you see the background. Let's say brown isn't my brand color. I'm going to hit this, which is going to already auto-populate my brand font, logo, and color. So here are my colors, right? So I'm going to do yellow. You see how easy that was instead of having to create it from scratch, it just being a white blank template, right? So it's already done. Now I can customize it to my colors and my fonts. So when you hit fonts, you have to scroll down to where you see brand kit, okay? So I'm gonna use brown sugar. And maybe I want to upload a photo that I had professionally done of the listing, right? So I would go to uploads and I would upload like all these photos that you see here are photos that I uploaded. You can also upload videos, but let's say I'm going to upload a photo of a house. I'm just going to go here, hit whatever it is, and then I'm going to cancel that out. it will pop up here, the photo that I uploaded, and then all I'm gonna do is take the photo and drag it to the slot that I want it. There you go. So it's the photo of my client's house at 123 Main Street, right? My font, my color, and another cool thing that I really love is the background remover, which is a pro feature. So everything that is a pro feature, which simply means that you pay for the account, is gonna have this little crown icon, okay? And this is really, really awesome because you probably see a lot of those agents who, we're gonna upload a photo, let's see. Um, let's upload this one, right? You probably see agents and they'll write just listed and there's a cutout photo of them and you're wondering like, how did they get themselves that way? You'll click your photo, you'll hit background remover, and it's going to erase the background. And this is really cool because let's say you need a new professional headshot or you got them done and you do not like your background. You can upload like an office background. And you can upload your office background with your headshot just by erasing the background. So here, if you don't like that angle, you could just hit flip. And that probably looks better, right? For that corner. And let's see what else you can do here. One thing I like to do is I like to hit the photo, I like to hit edit, and I like to create a shadow because it kind of pops and it doesn't look flat. So let's go to edit and let's type in shadows, okay? And so you see that little soccer ball, how one side was flat and one side had a shadow underneath? We're gonna do an angled shadow, okay? Or we could just do an outline, or we can do a drop. So I like that one. It's a little subtle and it doesn't look flat. So those are different ways to kind of just make your content pop out. Another really cool thing that I like to do, let's go back to my colors. Right, we're gonna go back to my brand color. And we're gonna look for the code, right? So do you see this code right here, the F4D0? I'm gonna copy that one. I'm gonna go back into my presentation and I'm just gonna paste that code. Okay, and actually, so you're gonna go to design. Let's say you need a color that's going to match your logo. You're gonna go to design, you're gonna type in your color code. What did that? Is it photos? Hold on. I'm lying. So it's not design. You're going to go to elements. That's a tab that you'll be using a lot. So go to elements. They just move the photos. That's why. And where it says search elements, you're going to put your color code. And you're going to hit photos. Oh, no. Let's see. Typically it'd pull up all yellow. Why is it doing that? Oh, that's weird. Okay, that's weird. There's a way where, okay, like let's say your main color is pink or it's orange or it's yellow, you can type in the code to the color and it will auto-populate a bunch of great backgrounds that are similar to that color. So everything just looks like it matches really, really well. And so these are ways that you can just customize your template. You can add your logo. So you'd hit your brand and then you'd hit logo and you'd put your logo on there. However you want it, you know, how big, how small you want it. And you can also create your logo on Canva if you don't already have one or you don't like the one that you have. And so you can't really see with that background. So you can change it to your color. So another really cool feature that I like to use on Canva, here are the apps that are integrated with Canva. Some of them you have to pay for, some of them come with your membership, which is why I think Canva is definitely worth the $15. Here are apps that are trending. It'll show you like, do you need an AI voice? A Magic Media, which is like an AI photo editor. So one thing that you can do, which I won't get too much into because that's like more in depth, but let's say you were holding a key in your hand, and you wanted to take the key out and hold the lockbox. You can use this tool where you'll highlight the key that you're holding in your hand, and then a box will pop up and you will say, erase the key and upload a lockbox. And so you go from holding a key to a lockbox. So a lot of things can be done within Canva. But my favorite one that I probably use often is the QR code. So here you have QR code. You can it even syndicates with your Google Drive and all those types of things. It even translates different languages. So let's say you had a first time home buying class that you were hosting and you are going to be having a translator, and that translator is going to be translating what you say in English to Spanish, right? Because you want to reach a broader audience. Well, your flyer should probably have English and Spanish on there so that people who speak Spanish see, hey, the class will be translated in Spanish. So you can just use translate and kind of already just translate what you have written, which makes it very easy. And then there are some other apps to get really funky with fonts. And here, like, let's say this is your font, right? And you want to get really, really creative with your font. You can go to effects and you can hit outline, right? So it went from just basic bubble, basic font to bubble letters, right? And you get to pick the thickness that you want. Like, how thick do you want the outline? How thin do you want it, right? And you can change the color of the outline, right?
I have a
You want it,
question.
yeah.
Is this the same area where, like, when you are doing, you want to do a Canva with your, let's say, under contract? So you want the under contract to go across diagonally
Mhm.
on your Canva? I was looking for it last time. I just could not find it.
So, okay, I just want to make sure I'm understanding correctly. So you want it to go diagonal
Yes, like this table of contents you selected.
like that?
Yes, then across the whole thing.
Yeah, so here, so in order to move it diagonally, you're gonna hit these two arrows to rotate it.
Where?
Okay, so in order for those two arrows to pop up,
Uh-huh.
you need to
Uh-huh.
hit table of content
Uh-huh.
or whatever, you want to
Flip, yeah.
move, yeah, to flip. And you see those arrows that popped up?
Uh-huh.
That you're gonna move your mouse
Oh,
up and
wow.
down. Yeah. And so
Um,
here's a really cool thing that I love to play around with is you can take that and you can write like just sold, right?
yeah.
And you can hit the three dots right here for placement, and you're gonna hit position
Mm-hmm.
and you can move it back. You see how it's behind the photo? Or you can move it up. And that's how you get more dimension in your content. Because let's say you have multiple things layered, like right
Uh-huh.
here, I have this photo layered over this rectangle element, right? Let's say I want the table of content here to be the first thing I see, but I want this to pop. I can move that forward. And if I hit forward again, it goes over the font. So I'm going to hit back. So like that's how, you just get things to pop, look a little bit more 3D. And you know what? This looks a little crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit add right here. And it's gonna take me to a clean template. So let me show you guys how I would edit this, right? So this is white right there, or brown. I don't know that I like brown. I think that I'm gonna start with a clean white background. Okay, this isn't working. Okay, let's get out of here. We're gonna exit out of this. We're gonna do a just listed, just sold. Let's get out of that too. We don't need to be in there. Okay. We're gonna go back to the dashboard and we're gonna type in just listed. Why is it only looking through my stuff? Hold on. We're gonna hit templates. Okay, so make sure that you're looking at templates. We're gonna hit just listed. And here are all the just listed templates. And this is why Canva is really convenient and saves you a lot of time, because look at all these beautiful templates already. All you have to do is swap your font for their font, your home photo for their home photo, and your color for their color. And these are great. These all look really, really good, right? So let's say we're gonna go with this just listed. And we're gonna hit customize this template. And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna keep this template as is, and I'm gonna copy it and show you how I would make it different so you guys can compare how you can really customize the templates that are already given and how it could make such a big difference for you, right? So this is the template as shown in Canva. And what you're gonna do is, do you see these two boxes with an addition sign in the middle? It says duplicate page. So you're gonna duplicate the page. And what it did was it literally copied it, right? Which is awesome. Now, let's say we're gonna customize this, right? I'm gonna start by changing the just listed font. And I'm gonna go with this one right here. Okay, now you see how it moved it a little bit? That tells me it's a little too big. So either I can drag it out here or I can make it smaller. Now I'm gonna enlarge this text again because this is one thing I don't like when I see. Do you guys see all this space between these two words, right? I'm not a fan, so I'm gonna go here to advanced settings where you see the T and the double arrow, and I'm going to adjust the line spacing. So you see how those words are coming closer and further together? I want it closer together. And I think that looks so much better than that big space in the middle, right? And this is how you can really just utilize your time into customizing certain things instead of making the whole template from scratch. And now that's how it would look if you wanted to bring the words closer together. I want them on one line. And do you see how there are some uppercase and lowercase characters here? I want them all uppercase. So I'm going to hit that A. And instead of having to backspace, I'm just going to hit that there. Boom, just listed. I like that. It looks so much better. Make it smaller because I want it all in one line. Okay, there. It's all on one line. I'm going to bring it down. Boom. And that still needs to be a little smaller. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Okay. And so now I'm just going to show you the difference. So that's the original template. And here's the one that's done, right? Now, that's not who I am. So I'm going to hit my uploads, which, you know, will take you to the photos I have uploaded. I'm going to drag the photo of myself there. And now that looks really small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click it and I'm going to enlarge it. Not that much. I'm going to enlarge it so they can see more of a headshot instead of me sitting down on a chair. There we go. Now that little icon that they gave, sometimes you can make your own icon and adjust the background, right? Because you could remove your background and then add a different color. Now, let's say that.
Can you please show me again how you made it round?
Made what round? Oh, this?
Yeah, the picture instead of the
Yeah, so
rectangle you
I
have.
didn't make that round. Remember, I just swapped my picture for the picture
Oh,
that
I
was provided.
I see.
But, and you see how different it's looking already? Now I'm gonna add a blank page here, right? Just to answer your question, I'm gonna go over to elements and I'm gonna type in frame, right? Like a picture frame. I'm gonna type in frame. You could do a rectangular frame. You could do a Polaroid frame, a triangle frame. I'm going to do a circle frame, right? So here's a circle frame. Now you upload your photo, or any photo you want for that matter, into the frame. And that's how you change the shape around. So if you didn't want that circle one, you could do a square frame. Another thing you could do is you can edit the line, right? So right now this frame, it doesn't have a border like this one does. This one has a gold border. This one doesn't. If I want a border, I'm going to hit these 3 lines here and I'm going to create a border. I could create it as thin or thick as I want to, right? Let's go with that one. We'll do, there we go. And then if you want to change the color, you can do that as well. So let's say your color is yellow, right? Your brand color is yellow. You can make it yellow. You can make it pink, you can make it orange, you can make it red, you can make it whatever you want, but that's how you create your frames. And there are so many cool frames that you can use. So going back to elements, I'm just going to type in frame. I'm not going to type in circle. Look at all these cool different frames that you can plug in. Look at how cool that Polaroid one would be for like Instagram or something, right? Where you could post this and then you can upload a picture of yourself and say, meet the team, or, you know, meet your agent, whatever, or meet your future home. There are even stockpiles. So I used to sell digital templates on Etsy for real estate. And I would always use Canva for mock-ups. I could mock up a mug, I could mock up a book, I could mock up a pen, I can mock up a t-shirt, which is really great. So this is similar to a mock-up. Essentially, it's somebody's office with a poster, right? So if you wanted to like sell posters with positive affirmation, you can say like, keep going or whatever, and upload your poster there. And it looked like it was hanging on somebody's wall in their office. So a lot of cool frames. But I don't want to confuse you guys too much. I'm gonna go back to the basic of just editing the template because like I said, Canva is truly amazing. There's so many things that you can do to customize to fit your brand, your style. But we're just going to talk about customizing this here. So so far we changed the font, we changed our headshot, and now we're going to change the picture, right? So you would go to uploads because that's where you would upload your photos that you got. But I don't have, oh, you know what? Let me type in house. Probably do have one that I uploaded. Okay. Okay, so here is a photo of a home that I sold, right? Or I'm gonna post one photo here. Gonna drag it again. All right, you guys, for some reason. Okay, so do you see how it already pulled my photo? Let's pull this one into that frame. Okay, you see that? Now let's pull another one of the bedroom into that frame. So these are already preset frames. So just like the frame that we worked on that I deleted, these are frames, right? So like, let's say you wanted to make your own post from scratch, right? You're gonna go back to elements. You see these frames. Let's say you want, instead of the 3 frames, do you see how this template given has 3 different photo frames? Let's say you want 4, right? You're gonna hit that frame. I'm gonna duplicate it. Okay, okay. So now you have 4 different frames and you can upload 4 different photos of your home, right? So let's say you want to do a carousel post on Instagram. A carousel post is a post that has multiple slides and you have to slide right for them to keep popping up. So let's say your first carousel is going to be your just listed and you're going to say swipe right for more or for a sneak peek. And then you'll have 4 different photos sneak peeking the home, that will show the home. And the first 4 photos could just be of the exterior. Then you could have another slide and you could just duplicate this page so you don't have to do all that work again. And the third slide could be of the interior, right? Or your favorite part of the house, whatever, however you want to market the house. But that's how you can customize different frames. And they even have frames in different letters, shaped as different letters. So you could just write sold, right? You have to pick each frame an S, an O, an L, and a D, and then you can upload different photos of the house or the client's journey in that sold frame that you make. So there's a lot of cool things you can do with that. But now look at how different it looks already. So this is the one from Canva, the template provided, and this is just customizing it to fit my business. Now I don't really like the marble, right? Let's say I want, let's say I want, let's say this was an oceanfront house and I want something that resembles the ocean, right? I can take this and bring it to the bottom. Okay. And then, okay. So it didn't pull the way it should have. That's okay. My computer's just acting a little slow. So I'm going to edit the size and then I'm going to position it because do you see how that ocean is in front of my face? I'm going to, take that, position it behind everything. I'm going to say move to the back. Oh, wait, nope. Move forward a little bit. There we go. And then now you can't really see the word. So I might, change that into a white font. And so it's really, really easy to customize the templates already given to save time and to make it look like your own. Now we're wrapping up on the hour and I want to take some questions at the end on anything that you guys may need help specifically with Canva. So I'm going to show you how to kind of keep your Canva organized. Mine is a bit of a hot mess right now. I've been working on a few different projects and so it shows. So I'm going to go back to my dashboard.
While we wait for that to load, I wanted to chime in real quick with something I thought of, and it's something I ran into a few times through trial and error, which is if you are going to make a postcard or anything that's going to be printed, definitely start by checking with Vistaprint or whoever the print supplier is going to be and see what the measurements are for what you're going to have printed. And make sure you start with that size of a canvas. When you're making your design, you certainly can design whatever you like and then figure it out. Just know that occasionally, if you do it afterwards, you might have to rearrange things slightly based on size.
I agree. And that I'm so glad that you brought that up because you can order so many fun things through Canva. I've ordered postcards, like birthday cards. So let's say you want to brand your business and you want to be the type of realtor who sends a personalized birthday card that you can't buy at the Dollar Tree or Walmart to your clients. You can create your own happy birthday card with your little brand, your logo. In Canva, right? And then you can print a bunch of those out and then handwrite happy birthday, best wishes, whatever, and send those out. I've also ordered wine labels and it was like a new home wine, whatever. But back to like Katie's point, you definitely want to measure everything first. Because sometimes if you have incorrect measurements, when you create your template, the print can look fuzzy or blurry. So, making sure that you have the right dimensions is where you want to start first before you create a project that you're going to print. Okay, so we're back to my, dashboard here, right? And so you're gonna see all the projects, like we just made these 2 projects right now, right? Now I'm just gonna click that one, and hit delete. And move to trash. They'll be stored in my trash for 30 days, just in case you accidentally delete something. And then like here, like I'll show you some like little things that I like to create for open houses. So instead of printing out HOA docs and floor plans and seller's disclosures and all the things, I like to create QR codes for them. And so let me zoom in here. Right? So one thing I personally do for my open house, the only thing I print out is the MLS sheet. And then I staple this with any uploaded documents. And then I write, are you interested in writing an offer? Ask me for a copy of the offer to purchase form, right? Like your call to action. But one, this saves me so much on ink and paper. And 2, it's just so easy for them. And then like I created to fit my brand colors, which are yellow. Now I'm gonna go back here, right? And like this was something I created for a Facebook cover page. These are carousel that I've created for Instagram posts that I also put on Facebook and TikTok sometimes. And so this is what it would look like. When you kind of customize it to fit your brand style and all the things, right? So it's kind of cool. Let's see what else. Like my buyer guide. So actually, I don't print a buyer guide out. I am trying to switch to everything digital. So when I do my buyer consultations, I open up my Canva and I go to my home buying guide. And I'm still waiting for this to download so that I can show you what I do. Okay, so where you see this share button, you're gonna hit share. And you're gonna see that there are different ways to download it. You can download it as a PNG, a JPEG, a PDF, whatever. You can even post it directly to Instagram. So Instagram does have a feature where you can schedule your content. And you can, link your Instagram to your Canva to make it easy for you. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit presentation. So I didn't create a presentation template. right? I created a regular, I think it was an A3 doc or A4 doc, something like that. Because I had in mind to print it out and that's what was fit my paper. So what I do now is I just hit present, right? And then I hit present full screen or present. And this is my presentation. And then I just hit the arrow on my computer and then I walk through my guide, right?
This is really good.
Yes,
I
I'm
didn't
glad
know
you
you
like,
could do this.
yeah, there's so many things. So even your listing presentations, and there's even a way, there's an app, and I think Canva also has an app. I'm not sure if it's part of the paid, a version that they offer, or if you have to pay for this app additionally, but I know they speak to an app that creates ebooks. So actually, when you click the arrow, instead of just going to the next page, it actually looks like you're turning a page in a book, which just looks so cool. And then you can download that link, right? So like I could download this link of the presentation and I can text it to a buyer. Let's say I forgot to email it to them before our spontaneous buyer consultation. I go on my phone, like I love that Canva is an app and a web page. I go on my phone, I open the app, I hit the project, and then I hit download link and I can send it to them in text message as a link. They click the link and it takes them to the presentation, right? Super cool. So right now, my Canva is a bit messy. Like I've been working on a few things. So I'm going to put a bunch of things that I worked on for a social media class, right? So my presentation, I worked on my worksheets, my handouts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit, let's see, I think I need to go back to the top. Um, I'm going to hit projects, right? And this is how you're going to make your Canva a library. I'm going to hit this add button right here, add new, and then I'm going to hit add new folder. Okay. And now it's going to ask me for the folder name. And I'm going to say that it's called social media classes. Okay. And I'm going to hit continue. Now let's say that I had a team. I could share this folder or a specific design with my team, my marketing manager, and I could even leave comments to them, right? Like, hey, this is a presentation I'm working on for my BNI chapter. What do you think? I want you to edit these parts, right? So you can speak to your manager or your admin or your team on specific projects. So social media class, I'm not going to share it with anybody. I'm going to hit create. And now I'm going to open, let's see. So this is my file, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my home page. And here's my new folder, and it looks like a folder. You see how this looks like a folder versus this, that's just a post.
Are trying to stop the inevitable.
Now, what I'm going to do is you see how I move my mouse over these projects and it gives me an option with a little box. Now, I'm not touching it. I'm just simply moving it without clicking it. I'm going to go down to, this is my social media logo for marketing. this is the invoice I sent out. This is the presentation for the class. This is the worksheet. Well, these are the worksheets that I've created as handouts. So I'm clicking all of these, right? And now I'm going to hit the folder icon, and it's going to prompt me to move these 10 items all at once into one folder. I'm going to hit the social media classes folder and just hit move. And now it's going to move all of those items into that one folder. This is really great if you are heavy on the listing side and you have multiple homes, that you're working or prepping for the market. And, whether you do like a coming soon, just listed, under agreement, sold, and you have these templates already, you can make copies of these templates, drag the copies into these folders, and then all you're doing is switching out the address and the photos and maybe a description, right? So it really does make marketing so much easier. And I'll go to the folder, the social media. Oh, no, I don't want to drag that in there. Okay, I'll go to the social media. Oh crap, I moved that in there. I have to move this back out. That's fine. Whatever. I'll just move that. I'll have to make a different folder for that. That's fine. So now the folder has all of the social media stuff, which makes it easy. Like I said, if you do property management and you have your own marketing for that, or if you have a team versus your independent stuff, like you can go to those folders, and it just makes looking through so much easier. Like this is less to look through versus my dashboard, which is currently a dumpster fire. And that's pretty much it. It's 11:52. So if you guys have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Or if you want me to show you how to do something quickly before we wrap up, I can do that as well.
Sheila popped a question in the chat a little bit ago. She was asking, is there a way to change your logo colors? Ours is red, blue, and black, but sometimes it would be nice to have it in one solid color. Is there a way to do that?
It's a good question, Sheila. So did you create your logo on Canva?
She responded and said, no, not originally.
Okay, so if you created it in Canva, you can go in and edit that logo template. Different colors, different fonts, whatever. If somebody created the logo for you, I personally do not know a way to change the color. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I actually think that there is a way you can change the color. It's going to be through one of the apps that they partnered and speak to, where you can, click an icon or emoji and kind of change the color of it. I don't know what it's called, but one thing you can do is go on ChatGPT and say, I have a logo and I'd like to change the color of the logo. Is there an app in Canva that can change a logo that wasn't made in Canva or something to that sort, right? But I do think it can be done. I'm just not sure exactly what app in Canva you would use.
Thank you
How
so
can
much.
you use? Go ahead.
No problem, Kelly. Fatima, did you say something?
No, it was Sheila. I just said
Yeah.
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem.
Do you mind showing me how you can change the background on a template that you found instead of the font?
Yes. Okay, so give me an idea of a template, like an open house template just listed.
Yes, yeah, you can just research open house.
Okay, so we're gonna
grab
type
a
in open
template.
house. Now we're gonna make sure that we're looking under the templates tab here, not your design. So open house under the templates tab, hit enter. Here are the templates provided, all really great, all really pretty. So let's go with this one because I see that there's a background. Now, okay, now Fatima, tell me what you had in mind as far as the background. Like this one provided in the template is a beige background, right? What color would you like to see here? Or what would you like to see here? Would you like to see a texture of grass or texture of wood or like marble
Yeah,
texture.
exactly. This is a good example. Yeah, the beige we see, let's just say we want to make that yellow and leave everything as is.
So if you want to make that yellow, that's really easy because you're not uploading a background. So you're gonna hit the background. And do you see this little beige icon here where it says background color?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to hit that. And if you want yellow, you're going to hit yellow. And then it changes the
Oh,
background, right? Now I'm gonna hit this little arrow right here that says undo, and I'm gonna undo that. And I'm gonna show you what it would look like if you wanted to upload a marble design, right? I'm gonna go to elements. I'm going to type in marble background.
I think like you see where the price there says 500,000.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's the kind of background I struggle to
Okay,
change.
great. Yeah, that's really easy. So, okay, here are two things you can do. You can tap that little brown square. Do you see this element that says duplicate? It has a
Yeah.
little, okay, you're gonna hit that and it
Uh-huh.
duplicated it. Do you see it?
Yeah.
And now you can pull on the sides and change it. You can pull in the middle and change it.
No,
And
I
then
mean
like
the color.
the color, so
Yeah.
you just click it and then you're going to go to this circle. This circle is always going to reflect the color that it currently is. If you want it yellow, you just hit yellow.
Yeah. Would you try on where you have the 500,000 because there's
Yes.
the writing on it. I just couldn't change the background
Okay,
color.
so you're going to hit the square. Don't hit the font. Do you see the font?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to hit that. You're going to hit the square. Okay. You see this
Okay.
color? You're going to hit that color, the color of the square, and then you're going to change it to whatever color you want. And
Yeah.
your
Okay.
brand colors should auto-populate here. So there you go. And then if you wanted to change the 500, because let's say the white on the yellow is a little like vague, you can hit the font. You're going to hit the text color right here.
Mm-hmm.
And you could just do black.
Mm-hmm.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay. Yeah, there was one of them I was struggling to change the background, but this is good. Thank
Well,
you.
now here's the thing. It depends on the type of element used in the template. Some you cannot change. So here, let me show you an example. I'm going to go to
Okay.
elements. I'm going to type in marble background. Oh, wait. Okay. Now I'm going to hit this, right? And I'm going to make it really tiny. And I'm going to put it right behind my open house to make it pop a little bit. There we go. Now, if I were to hit this, I can't change the background because it's not an element, it's a photo. Does that
Okay.
make sense? So maybe that's what it
Yes.
is, because look, I'm clicking it and I don't have the option to change it.
Ah, that's why.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Very helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
I want to chime in real quick on the note of everything you were just talking about. I think it's really important to recognize that every single thing in Canva is an element of its own. That's what they choose to call each piece. And so if you're ever curious about what your options are for anything, simply click whatever it is, and then whatever is available to you as an option for editing, whether it's an effect or a color change or a size change, all of that will pop up in the little top bar that you see that currently says edit and background remover and everything like that. So just know that if you're curious about what you can do, simply start by clicking on it and then playing around with everything that's at the top of the screen.
Mhm. That's a great point.
Cool. Well, we're running right at the end of time. Anyone else have any questions? Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Nadine, thank you so much for your time. We've recorded this as always, so we'll be sure to get that out to you guys. We'll be sure to get more Canva trainings your way. We know how essential it is to your business because as agents, we do everything and marketing is a big part of it. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for always honing your skills. And as always, thanks for starting your morning with us. Appreciate you guys.
See you guys.
Bye.